I feel like that was a damn good lap. This car is so much fun. If you would like to know my heart, I'm really hoping that the Porsche is faster. What is going on, guys? Thank you for joining me for another video today. Today we're going to be doing a comparison of two cars for this week's Forza Fridays. We're going to be doing the Porsche GT3 RS as well as the Dodge Viper ACR. So we're going to be going over kind of some of the main factors about the cars. We're running both of them on Circuit of the Americas. We're pretty much just going to be seeing which car we can get the faster lap time in. If you would like to know my heart, I'm really hoping that the Porsche is faster, just because I absolutely love this car. This is my first time driving both of them, so you're going to be seeing my first initial instincts, I guess, and I hope that everything goes well. I don't really know what to expect yet of either of the two, nor am I really familiar with this track, so you truly are getting like a, I guess you could say, like novice opinion of it all. I'm gonna try and do 3 laps of each car just to kind of get us a full experience of it, and that way you have kind of a break-in lap, you have a lap to go hard, and then a lap to beat that previous record. So that's my plan as of right now. This car has 520. Oh brother, are we gonna make that turn? The brakes on this car are absolutely insane. So far it seems like it's handling very well into the corners, so we'll see. Oh, we almost lost it, but we caught it. Take that all day. It's got 520 horsepower, and I have it written down 470 foot-pounds of torque. So that's a lot for a car that weighs under 3,000 pounds. The car weighs, I want to say 2976 is the curb weight of the car. So that's the RS. The RS is 44 pounds lighter than just the GT3. Around the Nürburgring, this car ran a 654. Anything under 7 minutes there is like, you're flying. The ACR held the record for a while, and that is a 7:01. So this thing beat the ACR's record by 6 seconds, which is a lot of time when it comes to, you know, track driving. 6 seconds, that's the difference between first and, you know, 12th place. It's a 4-liter 6-cylinder motor in this thing, which is crazy to think that a car with a motor that has 4 less cylinders than its competitor today can beat it, you know. And I think now these cars are running with smaller and lighter engines that are producing more power, or for the car that it's put in, it outplays the larger, heavier motor. And this car really moves on the straightaways, which is something that's like, for a naturally aspirated car, it gets moving. And I think this straightaway also just kind of gives you a little bit more room to play than most. But so far I'm pretty impressed with this car. The corners are pretty darn good. It gets a little squirrely on some of these overturns on this track. And this track does have a lot of turns that seem to be like less than, or not less, over 90 degrees. Like you turn 90 and you keep turning. It's just a very deep turn, and I think that's kind of what gives this car problems, because it starts to lose grip. First hot lap, okay, 245. Okay, let's see if we can beat a 245. I think we got that in the bag. We just stay on our lines, drive this car the way that it wants to be driven. It seems like as long as you're maintaining a feathered throttle and you're not like going full send around every turn, it tends to handle pretty well. It does get a little squirrely once you start going full throttle and trying to make these turns, or even 75% throttle, because a large part of track driving is maintaining on the throttle as much as you can, braking as least as possible and only when necessary, and kind of using the engine to just feather your way through the corners and maintain power instead of stopping power and trying to get back on. It just makes the flow of things a lot more simple. Oh, it's sliding. Alright. You just can't hammer out of the turns like I'd like to. That's a big complaint. Because some of these turns, I mean, you want to be able to get up on the gas immediately once you hit your apex, but you can't because the car will like just slide out from under you. I think we'll get low 40s. We should get like a 44, I think might be safe to say. And yeah, okay. Time to get going in the ACR. Look at that livery I made up today. I figured that if I was going to drive these cars, I had to make them look cool. So I definitely put some serious time into the livery before racing today. But let's see how it goes. I'm liking our track layout much better right now. I can actually see what's going on. It's not nighttime. Off the bat, this Viper feels much more sturdy and planted to the track. So like I said earlier, the ACR's time on the Nürburgring was a 7:01. Oh, that's a fun turn in this car. It just wants to kick out on you. That's dope. And it comes back too. That's one of the big things. Like, once this car starts sliding, you can just feel it kind of come right back home, which is really nice. And the Porsche, like, required you to do that, where this car kind of does it on its own, which is awesome. So this car has a 8.4 liter V10 in it, and compared to a 4 liter flat 6, this thing just kind of feels much more masculine, American, powerful, obnoxious, any word that you want to put in to describe this car. It's just a beast, and when it starts to kick out, you kind of just gotta tame it. And what's kind of strange is that it tames itself, and it doesn't require much input for you to get back on the road. The corners you can take much faster. It feels controlled. I can feather the throttle, stay on my line, and as long as you don't floor it right out of first gear, it doesn't even spin the tires. Okay, first lap of the day, 140, 242. Why did it do one lap? We beat it by 2 seconds in one lap, but what's going on? We need to get another lap. We need to get 2 more laps. We are warming up our first lap on this second run, and we just ran a 2:38. So I forget honestly what our first lap was on the other one, but now we are going into our second hot lap of the day. This car, you can already just tell how much potential it has, and I think it's safe to say, hands down, that obviously we already beat the Porsche GT3's record, and we kind of demolished it as well. But as you can see driving this car, I mean, when it slides out, it doesn't just gravitate to the walls or into the dirt like the Porsche did. It just swings out and it catches and it comes right back home. And then you can just get on the throttle immediately afterward. There's no recover time, which is great about this car. With this car having over 600 horsepower and then 600 foot-pounds of torque, it just is such a all well-rounded track car, and that torque just gets it out of these corners right when you want it to, and then when you're on the straightaway it has the horsepower to just annihilate everything else. Really, it's much more fun too because I'm not worried about it, and if it starts to kick out on me, I kind of just know to point the steering wheel the way I want to go, give it a little bit of gas, and it'll put itself right back into place. like right there, it's swinging right now, and it just, I can keep it on its line while the rear tires are spinning. I think 234, 233, oh, 232. Holy cow, that's fast. All right, let's see. I will be happy if we don't beat that. I will be happy, but let's see. I feel like that was a damn good lap. This car is so much fun. We'll probably fine tune it and do this battle again. And I think that would be really fun for you guys to see, like, after it's not just stock to stock and they actually have some mods on them. Which one? Maybe even do a stock ACR versus a modified Porsche. There's no way that the Porsche can touch this thing as is. Or if it was mod for mod, the Porsche would have to kick rocks. Full throttle, drop a gear, hit the apex, disappear. This is amazing. This thing weighs so much too. This thing weighs close to 3,400 pounds, and it's just got so much oomph behind it, and it's got all the power. Like, it talks the talk and it walks the walk, you know? Let's see how we're gonna do. Wait for the Viper to show up. Shift. Alright, we didn't... Was that the fastest? I think we got a 232.9 on that one. But still, that is insane. That was such a fun car to drive. This was a really fun video to do, doing both of them. And seeing the comparisons. Obviously, ACR, hands down. You are the king of this track. Well, this is where we are going to end today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a battle you want to see, you got two cars in mind, comment down below and I'll try and do that as soon as I can. If you want to see a in particular car and a full video of that, that'd be dope. I want to do, if it's single car, doing races like I did on the previous week's Forza Friday, which I'll post right here on the screen if you haven't seen that. And if you want to continue to see the battles, then comment down below as well. I just want to give you guys everything you want, and I'm really trying to get 1,500 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, you will see so much great stuff. Really, anything is kind of fair game right now. Forza, my car, others, car meets, anything. So it's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming on, and I hope you enjoy it all and you're ready for the ride. We need to hit 1,500 by the end of the month. We got, from the time you're seeing this, we got 4 days until the end of the month. From right now, we have 6 days. So hopefully it works out, guys. I really want to make it, and I'm totally going for this whole YouTube thing. So I want to make something out of this, and I really am going to do my best to make that happen for you guys. That's where we're going to end it. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to work more and talk less. See ya.